All right, we are live. So, going to be diving into how ad principles apply to B2B sales or the entire sales ecosystem, reflecting from my experience in direct response ad spend. I'm not a guru, I don't sell that anymore. Um, I, but I have spent or helped manage multiple millions a month in direct response ad spend. And this is where you do advertising and you want to measure behavior. And then from there, that dictates the next behavior that you want to do. Now, the parallels, I'm paralleling that with my experience in B2B sales or in larger sales cycles or higher ticket sales cycles. And there's an interesting piece of always having a top of funnel awareness, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. That's pretty simple. I'm not going to dive into that. But the things that I find that transcend both in both ways to attain clients, to get clients, is building the sales ecosystem. Building an ecosystem and measuring the effectiveness of the entire ecosystem, not just one channel. Because a lot of people will tell you this tactic or that tactic works today. I'm here to tell you that every single tactic works. The key thing is to figure out which tactic works for your audience, your specific product or service, your positioning of that product or service, which is an offer, and the team capability and intel that you have. Um, so that's one key principle to keep in mind. But when you create that ecosystem, then you're able to then measure the effectiveness of all the investments that you have from team, staff, tools, advertising, and then seeing what is the actual true cost of acquiring customers, moving new leads, new sales through the process. And I think having that ecosystem view really helps you set the pace of figuring out not figuring out of which tactics to go after, but what is the broader things that actually matter with your go to market strategy, with your sales strategy, with your offer creation. And then from there, it's pretty much all the same. You build awareness either through content and or through advertising or through inbound or through outreach. Then from there, you add value. You make offers to educate the buyer, see how you can build and nurture a relationship, and then from there you move them to a conversion mechanism. And depending on what industry you're in, that could be a phone call, discovery call, a series of calls, and you choose your poison. Like, what do you do? Sandler, MedPick, whatever you want to do in the sales process, or you do VSLs or webinars or DMs, and then from there you jump into a call, and then from there you work through your sales process. Some sales processes take 30, 60 days. Others, for some of my clients, might take 3, 6, 18 months. So that's the beauty of the variety. One of the things that I found fascinating recently, as of recent, and this is in the advent of all the tech tools that we have at our disposal and some of the things that we're able to do now, is when you do advertising. I'm sure everyone here listening has probably either seen an ad or paid for an ad. If you haven't, then good for you. You're not on social. Um, but in advertising, you do intent-based, signals around, hey, this person might be interested in this magazine or in this activity, or they're in this demographic or in this stage of life. Let's put something in front of them and see if they bite. And then from there, you're leveraging or you're hoping that the creative, the visual, the copy, and the offer hooks them in, and they raise their hand that they might be interested in what you do. Now, what's super fascinating to me is that you can also tap into signals, but on an individual basis. So you can be able to search what people are looking for specifically for B2B. This is not just for B2C. What they're looking for in market, and you can identify them on a person level. That's incredible because then you can have profile information on who is in market for your particular service or product. And then from there, you can do the same process. You can reach out, you can advertise, you can create an inbound content machine, you can create a conversion mechanism, maybe it's a webinar, you can create an event. And that to me is the huge parallels of how both of these worlds operate. Knowing that one, the sales cycles are different, two, the tactics are different, and three, that the way that you approach the market is different. You can't just be blatant. Like indirect response is take action or goodbye. Like that's not going to rub a lot of people the right way. But what's still fascinating to me that with the ad platforms, with all the intelligence that they have for all of their users, because they can measure what they're doing on site or on platform and off platform, we can now do that on the B2B front, not just by paying ads and hoping someone clicks, but by actually identifying who is searching, who is looking for and who is actively either in the buying process or in the discovery process for your particular product or service. And that's fascinating to me. So today's video, I want to talk about that, as well as now that you know how it can be done, not translating, but applying that to the overarching ecosystem. Again, some sort of awareness, figuring out who is interested in market, which we just talked about. From there to some sort of value add, is that's your content, that's your LinkedIn content, your inbound content, stuff like this. And then from there into your emails or into your DMs or into a conversion mechanism where webinar, VSL, whatever you use. If it's a phone call, if it's a discovery call, and then from there your sales process. And at the output, a new relationship, a new client. That is the riff of the day, going live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern time. Because of all the hey gens and AI and doppelgangers, you can see mistakes in real time here that are raw and real. Maybe I'll edit these, maybe I won't, but here we go. This is an experiment in public. We'll be doing 100 of these and seeing where it goes. If you want more of these, comment below, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the chats.